Hello guys, welcome to another video. This one is paper 1 of May-June 2009 of syllabus D, Math O-Level. So let's go on to question number 1. Here we have evaluate 17 minus 5 times 3 plus 1. So here when we have minus, times and plus in the same question, we have to use BODMAS. So BODMAS. It helps us to know which we need to do first. So here, for example, we need to first do multiplication. So 5 times 3 is 15. And then we do subtraction. 17 minus 15 will be 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. So your answer will be 3. So now part B, express this as a percentage. So how would you do that? You just have to multiply this by 100. That's all. That will be 82%. Now for question number 2, express as a single fraction in its lowest term. So pretty easy. So here we observe, we see 4 here. We can divide 4 in here by 2. We see 3. That will be 3. So it becomes 2 over 3. So 2 over 3. Now for part B, this one we have to minus. So you can see the base are different, so we have to find the LCM. So let's just do 4 times 3. And then we cross multiply, so 3 times 3 is 9, minus 4 times 2 will be 8. That will be 1 over 12. That will be part B. Let's move on to question number 3. Write down 2 cube numbers between 10 and 100. So what are cube numbers? So as you know, it can be 1 cube, 2 cube, 3 cube, 4 cube, 5 cube, going on. So let's see what are the values of these ones. This will be 1, this will be 8, this will be 27, this will be 64, this will be 125. So 2 cube numbers between 10 and 100, that will be these two. So 27 and 64. Now for part B, write down 2 prime numbers between 30 and 40. So what number we have between 30 and 40? We have 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 7, 8, and 39. So first we can eliminate the even numbers because they are not prime. So even go away. So how about this one? So 33, we know it is also 11 times 3, so it is not prime. 35 is 7 times 5, we know that. And this is 3 times 13. So only 2 number remains. That will be this and this, so which is 31 and 37 will be prime numbers between 30 and 40. So now question number 4, part A, factorize this one. So as you know, when we have a square minus b square, it is equal to a plus b and a minus b. So same thing here, we have x squared minus y squared, that will be x plus y and x minus y. That will be your answer for part A. Now for part B, here, same method here we can use is, you see this? Let's treat this as a square and this one as b square. So it will be 102, we do plus 98 times 102 minus 98. So this will be, so that will be 200 times, this is 102 minus 98, that will be 4, so that will be 800. So your answer here will be 800. So question number 5, evaluate this. So the trick here is to first just forget about the decimal, just do 5 times 7, that will give you 35. On this one we count, we have 1, 2, 3 decimal place. This one is 1, so in total we have 4 decimal place. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Your point will be here. So your answer will be 0.0035. Now for part B, evaluate this as a decimal place. So we just have to divide. So what we can do here is we can divide by 5. Divide this by 5, we will have 0, and then becomes 2, 5. This becomes 0.20. Now we can again divide by 5, that will be 0.04, that will be 0.05. Now we can move 2 decimal place, that will move 2 as well, become 4 over 5, which is 0.8. That will be 0.8. So how do I get this? You can use a trick. Let's see, we have this. We can multiply this by 2, multiply this by 2, you will have 8 over 10. So 8 over 10 is 0.8. Now for part 6, write down all the factors of 18. So 18, we have, so let's just do this. Let's divide, we'll see what we have. We have 9, 3, and 3. So as we know, 18 is 1 times 18. It's 2 times 9. It's 3 times 6. So these are the factors of 18. So write down the list will be 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, and 18. As you can see, those are the factors of 18. So now write this one as a product of prime factors. So 3, 9, 2. It is even, so we can divide by 2. That will be 1. That will be 9. That will be 6. Divide by 2 again. That will be 9. 8. Divide by 2 again. That will be 4. 9. Divide by 7. That will be 7. So 392 equal to 2 power 3 times 7 power 2. That will be part B. Now question number 7, simplify this. So as you know that if you have the same base, let's say an times am, if it is multiplication and we have the same base of a, it is usually an plus m. So same thing here, as you can see, 4 is just a constant multiple. We can keep this outside. We can just do 8 times this 2. It is same as this one. It will be a3 plus 2, which is 4a5. Now for part B, we have to simplify this. So we can first expand the brackets. So we'll have 3x squared plus 15x minus 2x plus 6. That will be 3x squared plus 13. So 15 minus 2 will be 13 and plus 6. That will be your expansion of this brackets. So now here we have part A. Convert this much into millimeters. We can do step by step. So we know that 1 kilometers is equal to 1,000 meters. And then we know that 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. And then we know that 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeters. So let's convert one by one. So from this 2 meters, that will be 800 meters. And then using this to centimeters, so 800 meters is equal to, so we have to add 2 zeros, centimeters. And from this to this we have to add 1 0, so it will be 800,000 millimeters. So this will be your answer for part A. Now part B, evaluate this one. So 6.3 times 10 power 6 divided by 9 times 10 power 2. So we can look at this separately. So first we'll look at this one here, and then this one will be separate from the numbers. So as you know, 9 times 7 is 63. So sorry, 63. So 1, that will be 0.7. So this will become 0.7. And if you divide the indices, it will be minus 6 minus 2 will be power 4. So now your answer needs to be in standard form, so we have to move 1 decimal place. That will be 7 times 10 power 3. This will be your answer for part B. So now this is question number 9. So it says 50 students each took a math and English test. So 50 students is our number of people. The distribution of their marks are shown in this graph. This is math and this is English. So now part 1, use your graph to estimate the median mark for English test. So median is half of number of people. That will be the 25th value. So English will be this one. So we go to 50th value. So 25th value will be between 20 and 30. That will be right here. So let's see where it cuts the graph of English. It will be here. So that will be about the midpoint between 50 and 60. It is 55. That is my answer for part 1. Now part 2, estimate the 20th percentile of the mark in the math test. So 20th percentile is just like 20%. So 20th percent of number of people, that will be the 10th element. So let's go to your 10th element. It is here. Now for the math test, we have to see where it cuts the math graph or the curve. So here you go. And right here. So this will be 29. So that will be 29. So now part B, state with reason which tests they found more difficult. So to find more difficult, we can still find we can compare the median. So we have the median for the English test. So what is the median for the math test? Let's find out. So the median for the math test here is on the same 25th element. It will be about here. Let's say we give it a value of 44. So you would say the mathematic test was more difficult because, as you can see, the students got, on average, they have less mark compared to English tests. So because on average the students scored less mark on the math test compared to that of the English test. Yep, so that will be your answer for part B. So question number 10 actually. So 5 clocks in a hotel reception show the local times in 5 different cities at the same moment. So part 1, so we have time in London, Moscow, Sydney, Tokyo, and New York. Rashida has breakfast at 8 a.m. in Moscow. So 8 a.m. in Moscow. What is the local time in Sydney? So we have to see what is the difference in time between Moscow and Sydney. What is the difference? So here you can see when usually it's 10:38 in Moscow, the time in Sydney is 16:38. So that means that we have to add 6 to Moscow time to get the time in Sydney. So here example, so if it was 8, we have to add 6 hours. That will be 14. So the time in Sydney will be 14 o'clock, which is 2 p.m. Now for part B, Elias catches a plane in London and flies to New York. He leaves London at 11:30 local time. So this is London time, right? The flight takes 8 hours and 10 minutes. So let's find out when he arrived in London time. So the plane leaves London at 11:30. It takes 8 hours and 10 minutes. That will be 40. So he will arrive at his destination in New York at this time for London local time. Question will be, what is the local time in New York when he lands? So we have to find the difference in time between London and New York. So let's see. Here the time in London is 7:38 and the time in New York will be 02:38. So what is the difference in time? So you would do minus. So this one will be earlier than this. So you will do this minus this. That will be 5 hours earlier. So New York is actually 5 hours earlier. So if you want to change the time from London to New York, you have to minus 5. So 1940 minus 5. That will be this and this. So he will be arriving in New York at 2:40 p.m. That will be your answer for part B. Now question number 11. Similar buckets are available in two sides. The large bucket has height of 30 and base diameter of 16. The small bucket has a base diameter of 8. So part 1, find the height of the small bucket. Let's call this one S and this one B. S for small, B for big. So as you can see, they are similar. So if something is similar, their sides are proportional to each other. So let's compare their corresponding side. So you compare S, so the diameter for S will be 8, corresponding will be this one, so 16, is equal to the height of S, we don't know, divided by corresponding will be 30. So let's solve to find the height. The height will be, so this is going to be 1, 2, so 30 divided by 2, by cross multiply, you will have 15. So the height of the bucket, small one, will be 15 centimeters. Now part B, given that the small bucket has a volume of this much, so small and big, volume will be 850. Find the volume of the large bucket. So how would you do that? So you have to compare their volumes by using their corresponding sides. So first, let's compare the sides. So sides, we know that the small has a base of 8, so the diameter is 8. Let's say sides will be 8 compared to big one is 16. So now we can simplify this, divide by 8 on both sides, we have 2, sorry, that will be 1, that will be 2. That is for the side. The unit of side is in centimeters. But now if you want to compare the volume, the unit of volume is in centimeter cube. So how do you convert centimeter to centimeter cube? You have to put a power of 3, right? So you have to do the same thing here for the ratios. That will be, so the volume ratio will be 1 to 8. So now if the volume of the small one is 850, it represents 1. So 1 represents 850. So we have to find the value of 8. 8 will be 850 times 8, which will be, let's do this here. So 850 times 8, so 0, that will be 40, 68. So your answer will be 6800. Question number 12. So here we have y is directly proportional to the square root of x. So y is square root of x. That is what it means. Now from this we get the equation equal to k times square root of x. So given that y is 12 when x is 36. So y is 12 when x is 36. So find the value of k. K will be 12 divided by square root of 36 will be 6, which is 2. So equation will become y equal to 2 square root of x. This will be your answer for part A. Now for part B, using the equation, find the value of x when y equal to 10. So y is 2 square root of x. Find the value of x when y equal to 10. 10 is here, 2x. So square root of x will be 10 divided by 2, which is 5. So x will be 5 square, x will be 25. The value of x is 25 for part B. Question number 13. So here we have a few curves, so figure 1, 2, 3, and 4 given to us. So part 1, which of the figures shown above could be the graph of this one? So always when we have this kind of question, the first thing we check is this one. So what is the coefficient of x squared? If it is positive, this is 1, so plus 1, the shape will be in this form. Just know that. So from this, we can know that it cannot be 1, it can be the rest, 2, 3, or 4, right? Now, what else can we do? We can replace the value of x by 0. If x equal to 0, y will be 2. So let's see which graph has values of y equal to 2. This is below, so it'll be minus here, so not good. So only graph will be this one. So that will be figure 3. Now for this one, you can expand. You don't need to, but if you want to, I guess, yeah, we can expand, why not? We have x squared. That will be x squared plus x minus 2x minus 2. That will be x squared minus 3x minus 2. So the first thing to check is this one. You see it is positive. It means that the shape will be in this form. So it cannot be the first one. It can be this, this, or this. So now we can test the same way. Let's say if x equal to 0, the value of y is minus 2. You see 0, 0, minus 2. So it means that it cannot be this one. It cannot be this one. We have to choose from this and this. So now since we have this already, let's see where it cuts the x-axis. Equate to 0. So x will be 2 and x will be minus 1. So from these two graphs remaining, so which one can this be? So it needs to cut the x-axis at 2 and minus 1. So basically, if the line was here, let's say this was my axis, it needs to be 2 here and it needs to be 1 in this shape. It should be about like this. So which graph looks somewhat like this? So it cannot be 4, it can only be 2. So this one will be number 2. And now for this last one, as you can see, we have, let's rearrange, we have minus 1x squared minus x plus 2. So since this one is minus here, the coefficient of x squared, the shape will be in this form. So here only one graph is in this form. It will be 1. So your answer here is figure 1. Okay, let's move on to question 14. The diagram shows a circle center O passing through A, B, C, and D. So we have a circle here and we have points A, B, C, and D. Now it says A or D is a straight line, so a straight line, as you can see, this one is it is diameter because it goes to the point O. So AD is your diameter of the circle. Now BO is parallel to CD, so in the same direction. So when I have parallel lines, what I like to do is I like to extend them a little bit, just to see what angles can be alternate, which is equal. So I like to do that. I like to extend the line just a little bit to have a bit more understanding of what's happening. And then we have angle CDA is 36. So question part 1, find the angle BOA. So BOA, so find this angle here. So how would you find this angle? This is only one mark, should be pretty easy. So let's have a look. But let's see what can we derive first from this diagram. So here, as you can see, we have triangle ACD, and this is your diameter. It means that this is a right angle triangle. From this, we can find out that this angle is equal to 180 minus 90 will be 90 minus 36. This will be 54. Yeah, that would make sense. So now, what can we say about this angle? So we have to use the fact that this is a parallel line and this is a parallel line joined by the same line. So it will be, as you can see, this equal to this. So it will be the value of 36. This is 36. And part B, find the angle BCA. So where's BCA? So BCA. So how to find this angle? So how would you find this one? Let's have a look. So what can you do here? Let me think, because these two triangles are similar, so this will be 90 here as well. So this is 90. This so we have a small triangle here, as you can see. We have, so we can use, so if you want to, we can use this line. This is, the two lines are in the same direction. This will be the line joining them. So it means that this could be the angle that we're looking for. So I'm not too sure yet. I just need to test and see what can we do from this. This is 36. Maybe we should use the 4 angle. I'm not too sure. Let me have a look to see what can we do with this one. Okay, so yes, I do see it now. The way you need to do this is to use a circle theory. So you can see that here, as you can see, we have arc BC, now BA, arc BA. So along BA, we have angle C and angle at center. So as you know, angle at center is always equal to twice angle at circumference. If this is equal to 36, it will be twice the angle at circumference, so it will be 18. So angle BCA will be 18. So by using circle theory. Now for part C, find DCB. So D is here, C is here, and B is here. So this will be 90 plus 18. So 90 plus 18, that will be 8 and 10. So 108 degrees. And then for the last one, OBC, we have O, B, and C. So pretty easy. So OBC, find this angle. So since this one is 90, this also will be 90. So this is 90 and this is 18. This one will be the third angle of the triangle. So basically we have to 180 minus 90 and minus 18. That will be 2. And then 70 minus 10 will be 7. So the answer here will be 72 for this angle. So yep, that will be question number 14. So question number 15, the time taken for a bus to travel between 5 stops, we have A, B, C, and D, and E, are shown below. So we have 5 stops, and these are the intervals that they stop by. So expressing each answer in minutes and seconds, find the total time for the journey from A to E. So we have to add everything, so let's do that. We have 4 minutes, we have 1 minute and half is 30 seconds, so 30 seconds, 75 seconds, we have 2 minutes and 35. So let's add everything, see what we have. This will be 10, and this here we have what? We have 10 plus 1 is 14, 14 plus 3 is 17. So as you know that every 60 seconds is 1 minute, so we have to transfer. So 6 times 2 is 12, so 2, 12, 5 remains. So 2 goes here. We have 6, 7, 8, 9. So it will be 9 minutes and 50 seconds. That will be part 1. So part B, find the mean time taken between the stops. So the sum of time taken between the stops is this much. So now how many between stops we have? We have 1 between stop, 2 between stop, 3 and 4. So we have to take this time and divide by 4. So 950 divided by 4. That will be what? This is 2. So 1 minute will be 60. So 1 minute remains will be 60. 60 plus 50, that will be 110 seconds divided by 4. That will be 2. And we have 3 remaining. That should give me 4 times 7. And we have 2 remaining, that will be 0.5. So we have 2 minutes and 28 seconds. Correct too, 3SF, so 28 seconds. Okay, so that will be part B. Now for part C, find the range of times between the stops. So range is equal to the highest value minus the smallest value. So what is the highest value here? It is 4 minutes. So 4 minutes. So 4 minutes minus the smallest value will be what? With this one. 75 seconds is 1 minute and 15 seconds. That will be 360. That will be 45 and 2. The range will be 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Okay, so that will be question number 15. Question number 16, it is given that f of x equal to this. Find f of 4. It means that we have to replace the value of x by 4. So pretty easy. That will be 12 minus 5 times 4. That will be 12 minus 20. That will be minus 8. This will be part 1. Now part B, find the value of x for which f of x equal to 17. So let's do that. F of x given to us as 12 minus 5x. So 12 minus 5x equal to 17. So let's solve for the value of x. So we send x over here. We send numbers over here. It will be 12 minus 17 equal to 5x. This will be minus 5 equal to 5x. So x will be minus 1. So now for part C, find f of inverse of x. So the first step is always to let y equal to f of x, which is 12 minus 5x. Now we have to make x the subject of formula, so that will be 5x equal to 12 minus y. So x will be 12 minus y divided by 5. Now since f of inverse it is in terms of x, we have to convert this to x. Minus x over 5. This will be your answer for part C. Now question number 17, solve this equation. We have to find the value of x. So whenever you have something fraction equal to fraction, we have to cross multiply. That will be 3 minus 2 equal to 5x. That will be 9x minus 6 equal to 5x. We send this over here, we send this one over here. That will be 9x minus 5x will be 4x equal to 6. X will be 6 divided by 4. That will be 3 over 2. That's the value of x. Now part B, given that y is an integer, integers are numbers, they are whole numbers from minus infinity to infinity. So basically you can say it's minus, let's say minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3 going on, and here we have minus 2 and going on as well. So we have to find the value of y. So we have to make this become y. So how can we do that? We can plus 6 everywhere. To remove this, we will become minus 3 plus 6 will be 3. That will become 2y and become 10. Now if you want to remove 2, you have to divide 2 everywhere. That becomes 1.5 less than that's y, and that will become 5. As you can see, the value of y is between 1.5 and 5, but not inclusive. So Here we have 2, 3, and 4. So integers would only be 2, 3, and 4 between these two. It will be 2, 3, and 4. That will be question number 17. So now question number 18. So we have a universal set, which is this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A equal to this, B and C. Now part 1, we have to find A union C. So it will be a set. A union C will be 1, 2, 3, and 4. Elements which are found both in A and C. Right. Now for this one is B prime intersection with C prime. So what you can do is you can first find the elements of B prime. So how would you find B prime? So B is 5. So B prime will be everything which is not 5. So it will be 1, 2, 3, and 4. And what is C prime? C prime, C is 3, 4. C prime will be 1, 2, 5. So now intersection. So we have this match, this match. So B and C intersection will be a set of 1, 2. That will be your answer for part 2. So now part B. A group of 60 children attend an after-school club. Of these, 35 play football and 29 play hockey. 3 children do not play either football nor hockey. So by drawing a Venn diagram, find the number of children who plays only hockey. So let's do that. So here we have 2 sets. This is your universal set. So it says 3 children do not play anything. So let's call this one hockey and this one football. So 3 will be outside, does not play anything. So now we don't know how many play both. So let's put this X. So 35 play football. So 35 play football minus X will play only football. Now 29 play hockey. So 29 minus X will play only hockey. So we have to first find the value of X and then find the number of people who play only hockey. So what we know is that in total we have 60 children. So we can, if you add everything, we will have this plus X plus 29 minus X plus 3. It should give us 60 children. So let's find the value of X first. That will cancel out. So 35 plus 29 plus 3. So that will be what? So 29 plus 35 plus 3. So that will be 8 plus 9, 17. That will be 67. So 67 minus X equal to 60. So X will be 7. So the number of people playing both is 7. So now we have to find this one. 29 minus 7 will be 22. So the answer will be 22 for the number of people who plays only hockey. Okay, let's move on to question number 19. So here we have L, M, and Q. So this is the angle L, M, and Q equal to Q, M, N, and then equal to M, N, P, and L. So all this angle are the same. So what we can do is let's first call them theta, theta, theta. So let them be theta, right? Now, part 1, show that triangles LMQ and LNP are congruent. Congruent means you have to show that they are the same. So how can you show they are the same? You can show by using this technique. You can show by using, let's say we're going to use the ASA method. So you will show that there's a side and there's 2 angles. So the side is between 2 angles which are the same. So we have to show that these 3 are the same. It will become congruent. So let me show you guys directly one by one. So we have LMQ. So LMQ is this one, as you can see. And we have LNP. So LNP is this one. So here we have the angle here. So first thing you would say, the angle LMQ is equal to P and L, because they are both theta. It is given to us. So let's write this down. Angle LMQ is equal to angle P and Q, which is theta. It is given according to question, it is given to us here. That's the first point. Now, second point, the other angle that is equal is this angle, because they are the common angle in both triangles. So angle MLQ is equal to angle NLP, equal to angle L, because they are common angle in both triangles. So now, as you can see, here we have this angle and this angle. Here we have this angle and this angle are the same. So corresponding angles are the same. So we just have to prove that this side is equal to this side for them to be congruent. So how can I prove that this and this are equal? So if you observe this triangle, big one, M, L, and N, what do you see? You see that this angle here is equal to 2 theta, and this angle here is equal to 2 theta. If these two angles are equal, it means that they are isosceles triangle. So that will mean this side equal to this side. So number 3, we have LM equal to LN, because triangle, the big one, which is LMN, is isosceles. That's why. So by proving this, we use this method, ASA, where the angles on both sides and the side in between are equal. So by this, you say triangles LMQ and triangle L and P are congruent. So that will be your answer for part 1. Now for part 2, show that angle MPN is equal to MQN. So where is MPN? So M is here, P is here, N is here. So we have to show that this angle, let me use a different color. So this angle here is equal to MQN. So MQN, this angle. So pretty easy. What I can do here, I can let me just take this one out. I will take triangle M, P, N out. So let's do that. So M, P, that's one triangle, which is M, P, and N. And then I have to show this angle is equal. Let me take out this triangle, which is M, Q, and N. So let's label the sides. So what do we have? So for this triangle, we have this side as 2 pi, right? And this side as pi. And this side we do not know. And for this one, QMN, this angle here is theta. So it's not pi, it's theta. And this one will be 2 theta. And this one we do not know. So as you can see, it is very clear that this angle will be equal to this angle, because how do you find the third angle of a triangle? That will be 180 minus 2 theta. So minus this 2, right? So this will be 180 minus 3 theta to find this angle. So here, same thing as well. You will see that you have to do this. So it means that this angle is equal to this angle. So let's just write down that show that, so you can see, you can just point above, shown above, or you can prove that, you can just write down angle N is equal because it is the third angle in the corresponding triangle. That will be, it's just for 1 mark. If you show this little drawing here, they would be fine. But if you explain that, that's okay as well. So now for part C, the straight lines MQ and MP intersect at R. So we have 2 straight lines. State the name of the special LPRQ. So LPRQ. So it's pretty obvious. This one it is a kite, right? So this one is a kite. That will be question number 19. Question number 20. So here we have triangles A and B. Now we have part A. The translation -3 and 2 maps A onto C. On the diagram, draw and label triangle C. So -3 and 2. So let's do that one by one. So -3. So 1, 2, 3. 2, 1, 2 will be here. This point will be 1, 2, 3. 1, 2 here. This one 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2 will be here. So this one will be your triangle C. So just connect every point and label the triangle as C. That will be part 1. Now for part B, the rotation 90 degrees clockwise, center 20 maps A onto D. So center 20 will be right here. It maps A onto triangle D. So we have to draw and label triangle D. It's 90 clockwise. So if you do clockwise from this point, so let's say if you want to do a rotation of 90, so it will be here. This will become here. How about this one? This one will become here. This one will become here. So that will be a triangle D. But now if you're really not too sure how to do this one, you can always use the matrix method. It will be a little longer, but you can be sure that you have the right answer. So here we have 2 issues. Is the center is not 0, 0. So the first thing you will need to do is you have to write down the points of triangle A. So you have to write down the points. This is 2, 1. This is 4, 1 and 4, 2. That's the vertices of triangle A. Now you have to minus 2, 0 from the points so that the center is 0, 0. So minus center 2, 0 from every point. You will have 0, 1, 2, 1 and 2, 2. So for now, this is what we're going to work with. We have to rotate this by 90 degrees clockwise. So how would you find the matrix of 90 degrees clockwise? So we use a trick. We draw the x and y axis, and here we use this point, which is 1, 0, and this point, which is 0, 1, and this point, which is 0, minus 1, and this one is minus 1, 0. So we only want to know what happens to this one first, and then this one. So this is 2, and this is number 1. So let's say if you were to rotate this by 90 clockwise, this point will become this point. So you will have 0, minus 1. So now second one is this one. Rotate by 90 clockwise. This point will become this point, will become this. So this is your matrix for your rotation. So then if you want to use that, you have to use matrix times object equal to image. So this one matrix times this one 0 1 2 1 2 2 to find the image. That will be 1 1 2 0 minus 2 and minus 2. So now this is the image, but it's not over yet. Since we have removed the center, we have to add back the center to this question. So if you add back, that will be 3 0, that will be 3 minus 2 and 4 minus 2. So this is your point of triangle D. So let's do that. First point is 3 0, so 3 0 will be your first point here. Second point will be 3 minus 2, so 3 minus 2 is here. And the last one is 4 minus 2, it will be here. So you have the same triangle. So two methods. One is by directly trying to rotate, and second one is by using matrix. Both are okay, and both will give you the same answer. So now for part C, describe fully the single transformation which maps A onto B. So as you can see here, triangle A onto triangle B. So this one, it cannot be enlargement because the size is the same. It cannot be translation because the direction has changed. So this one, it is pretty obvious that it is a reflection in the line of x equal to 1. So you write this down. So it is a reflection in the line x equal to 1. That will be your answer for part C. Okay, question number 21. The nth term of a sequence is 4 over n squared. Now part 1, write down the first 3 terms of the sequence, expressing each in terms in the simplest form. So first 3 terms, so first term is t1 when n equal to 1. So 4 over 1 will be 4. That's the first term, 4. Second term t2 when n equal to 2. So 4 divided by 4 will be 1. Third term is when n equal to 3, 4 divided by 9. So 4 divided by 9. That will be part 1. Now part B, the kth term is given by this. Find the value of k. So tk, where n equal to k, is k f4 over k squared equal to 1 over this. Find the value of k. So k squared cross multiply becomes 400. So now I have to find the value of k. It is 400, which is what? So 400 will be 220. That is your kth term, 20. So now part C, given that the mth term of a sequence is less than this, find the smallest value of m. So let's write this down as a fraction. So what is 0.0064? So if you have to move 1, 2, 3, 4, so it will be 64 divided by 1, 2, 3, and 4. That will be the fraction. Now we know that our Tn, which is the sequence in nth term, it will be this. Given that m term is less than this, which is m, find the smallest value of m. So let's find what is a possible. We have to find m. So m, or n equal to m. So for this, m squared is less than this, 64 over 1, 2, 3, and 4. So let's find the value of m. So the first thing here, we can divide by 4. We have 1, that will be 16. And then we can just cross multiply. We will have 1, 2, 3, 4 less than 16m squared. So divide by 16, that will be 1, 2, 3, 4 divided by 16, that will be m squared. So what is the value of m? So if you change position, so put m here, this will become this. That will become square root of 10,000 divided by 16. So what is that value? So that will be 10,000 square root will be 100 divided by 4, it is 25. So as you can see, m needs to be bigger than 25, which will be 26. That will be your smallest value of n, 26. Question number 22. Here we have A, B, C, D, E, F represent an L-shaped piece of glass. So we have an L-shaped piece of glass with AB equal to AF equal to 30, right? And we have CD equal to 15. So the glass is cut to fit the window in a door, and this region is removed. So this region has been removed. Now, DG is equal to 13 and EG equal to 5. So question part A, show that DE is equal to 12. So pretty easy, as you can see that so DEG is a right angle triangle. If you want to find this, you can just use the Pythagoras theorem. So we have 13 square minus 5 square equal to DE square. That will be 169 minus 25 equal to DE square. So DE square equal to 144. So DE will be square root of 144, which is 12. So you would say point this to your working here. So DE equal to 12. That will be part 1. Now for part B, it says, for the remaining piece of glass, find its perimeter. Perimeter is the distance around, so let's find that. So what is the distance around this remaining piece? So let's start here. We have 30 plus, what is this length? So this length here is 15, as we have seen here. Yeah, this is 15. This is 15. This also will be 15. So this one is 15 minus 5 is 10. So plus 10. This is 13, and this is 15. This is given to us as 12, so this will be 18. So 18, and this one is 30. That's the last piece. So we have to add everything to find the perimeter of this one. So let's add everything. So 3 plus 5 is 8. 8 plus 8 is 16. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plus 3 will be 11. So your answer will be 116 centimeter. Now for part 2, find its area. Find the area of this region. So how would you find that area? So you will first find the area of this whole shape minus this area of triangle. So one by one. Let's call this big one area of A, this big shape, and then area of triangle, let's call it B. So how would you find the area of A? So let's first find the area of A. A is, let's break A down into two pieces. So you will see A is this rectangle plus this rectangle. So this one is 18 times 30 plus 12 times 10. That will be the big one. Minus B, which is area of this triangle, which is half times base times height. So let's find the value. So let's rewrite this down here. So same thing. Area of A is equal to 18 times 30 plus 12 times 10. And B is equal to half times base times height. That will be 6 times 5 will be 30. And here we have what? So this is 120 plus this is 0 and 48, which is going to be 600. So area is A minus B. That will be 600 minus 30 equal to 570. That will be the answer for part 2. Now for part C, state the value of cos DGF. So where's DGF? So DGF, cos of this value. So what is the cos of this value? Let's find that. So cos of this value, as you have a right angle triangle here, cos is adjacent over hypotenuse. Adjacent is 5 over 13 of this angle. So what is the cos of this one? So here we have to use a rule that we have for cos angles. It is basically complementary of the other side. So we know that cos of DGE for the triangle is equal to 5 over 13. So if you look at the side, here we have the straight line, and here we have G, this is E, and this is F. So let's this one, right? So here, this is how it is on the diagram. So cos DGE is this one, is given by 5 over 13. So what is cos of this one? So what is this angle? This is just 180 minus angle DGE. So we're asking to find the cos of 180 minus DGE. It is the same as this one. So it will be 5 over 13. That will be your answer for part 22. So now moving on to question number 23. That's the last question. Yes, yeah, that's the last question. It's pretty long papers, so definitely good luck to you guys for anyone taking this for paper 1 and paper 2. It's pretty long. So now we have a sailing club has 5 moorings in river A, B, C. So at A, B, C, and E. Those are the points for the moorings. Now we have A and B are 12 meters apart. So A and B, the length is 12 meters apart. Okay, so write down the scale in the form of 1 to n. So what we have to do is to measure this distance on your graph, on this graph, and then compare against the 12 meters. So what I have here is 6 centimeter. So for me, I have AB has 6 centimeters. So your answer may be different because my picture here is a bit zoomed, so yours might be different, but that's okay. The method is the same. So you first measure A and B. It is 6 centimeters for me. So it is compared with actual distance of 12 meters. So now if you want to write down to the scale, this one is different. So we have to change the units. So meters to centimeters, we have to times 100. So 6 centimeter, this will be 12 centimeters. So cancel, cancel. Divide by 6 on both sides, this becomes 1, and this becomes 200. So your scale is 1 to 200. Now for part B, C is due west of B on a bearing of 210 from A. Find and label the position of C. So let's write down the bearing. So bearing of 210 from A. So from A, the point A, where is 210? So let's measure 210. So 210, if you continue this line, so this is 180. So for us to measure 210, we have to go 30 past 180, right? So 210 minus 180 will be 30. So let's measure 30 from here to find where it goes. So that will be this point. So you will be on this line. So let's draw a line here where it can be. And then it is due west, so we have to draw a horizontal line from B. You will be at the point of intersection between this and this line. So it will be about here. So as you can see, this will be your point here of intersection, and this is your point C. Now point D lies north of line AB. The triangle ABD is an equilateral triangle. So what is equilateral triangle? It means that all the three sides are equal. So pretty easy. We can just use this side because everything is equal. We can find the other side. Let me just show you. So we have shown that AB is equal to 6 centimeters. So we have just to measure 6 from using our ruler here. So 6 will be here. And then going to point B, you have to draw an arc. And then going to point A, you have to draw another arc to intersect the first one. So as you can see, this point here is your point D. So construct the triangle ABD. So here, and this will be. So this is your triangle A, B, and D. So for the part D, the bearing of E from A is the same as the bearing of B from A. So what is the bearing of B from A? So bearing of B from A, so what is this angle? Let's measure. B from A is approximately 139. Okay, so 139 is a bearing of B from A. So the bearing of E from A will be the same. It means that it is on the same line as this. Okay. Now given that AB is ratio of AB to AE is 3 to 5. So what is the length of AE? We know that AB is equal to 6 centimeter. So the length of AE will be 6 divided by 3 times 5. That will be 10 centimeters. So pretty easy. So find and label the position of E. So we just have to measure from A 10 centimeters. It will be here. Okay. That will be your point E. Same direction as this line because the bearing of A from E is the same as AB, which means in the same direction on the line. So this will be your point E for this question. So that was the last question of this paper 23. I hope that was somewhat helpful, and if you guys have any questions, you can just leave a comment down below. I will get back to you guys as soon as possible. And once again, thank you for watching. I will see you guys soon.